And here all of you are welcome to another new video. And in this video we will be going into details about like HTML. Fine. And we'll be working on with the client side and we'll be creating a basic form validation. Okay, so we will see a few concepts about HTML, like why HTML is used, and also we will be launching that web page on the server. Okay, so the web page will generally run on the local server created on my machine using Node.js. Fine. So like, why do we use JavaScript? It is to add more functionalities to your client side page. Okay, but recently, like if you know, the language JavaScript has become so much popular. Like it is one of the most used language after Python in the market. Fine. And there is a huge demand for JavaScript developers. Why? Because currently these JavaScript developers work on the server side also. Fine. Like if you have heard heard that like Node.js or Express.js, these are the widely used terms in the industry. Okay, these developers are quite high demanding. And basically, before going to that, I would like to inform you that there are two type of developers in the JavaScript. One is mean stack, another is MERN stack. Okay, so these type of developers are quite demanding. And if you don't know like what is mean stack or MERN stack, okay, mean stands for MongoDB, Express.js, React.js. Sorry, it was mean. So Mongo, Express, Angular, and Node. And if you talk about MERN stack, MERN, so it stands for Mongo, Express, React, and Node. Fine. So the only difference is about React or Angular, whichever you choose. So here in this video, I'll be talking about a basic JavaScript page and we'll be launching it on the server side. So first of all, let's create our page. Okay, so let me open my IDE and just taking a new file. So let's save it first. Okay, so I've given it the name formval.html. And so basically what we'll be doing in this video is a form validation. Like if you have seen something like this, let me show you one example like what we are going to create. Okay, so 3000. Okay, so we are going to create a registration form like this. Fine. So what is the benefit of such a form? Like if I submit the form blank, just pressing the submit button, see, please fill out all the details. Fine. This thing is added using JavaScript. Now if I suppose I entered a name, suppose a single character only, for example A. Now see, okay, I need to fill out all the fields, just a minute. Okay, see, I have entered just a single letter. Now it is showing name must be at least 3 characters. Fine. So we are validating the form. If you don't provide a valid details, your form won't be submitted. So we are going to create something like this. Okay. And to add some basic style like fonts and all, so I'll be showing you in this video. Okay. So let's come back to our page. And okay, first of all, let's create the page. And for this I'll be using some bootstrap. And if you don't have any idea, just go on with this tutorial, it won't be much hard. I'll be sharing the links and all. Okay, just like whatever you need to do, like, okay, just let me show you once. So there is a website called Bootstrap CDN. Just go on Google, type Bootstrap CDN, open the first link, just a minute. Okay, sorry, getbootstrap.com. So just go to getbootstrap.com and click on getting started. Okay, this is the one. So basically, what is the advantage of using Bootstrap is that you get all the styles, okay, and your styles is based on your class name actually. Fine, just a minute. Okay, so click on getting started, and here you have a link for CSS, right? So what you need to do is just copy this link and paste it on the head of your HTML document. So it will come with some preloaded styles, and then if you want to customize your page, you can obviously customize, but it comes with some preloaded styles. Okay, next we need to create our body. So what we are doing is creating a simple form. So before creating the form, I would need to add something like I will use a center tag to take all my contents towards the center. Next, let me take one div which will contain each and everything and give it a class of container. And next, I would need a div to display the alert or alert message which you saw like on the top of my website. So div and give it a class. Okay, class I will assign later. ID, let me set it to message. Okay, so why I made the class blank, you will get to know. Okay, so I think I can mention one here. Okay, fine. I will need to mention that in the JavaScript, sorry. So div is ready, and registration form. Okay, so after this we need to create a form. Okay, so I won't be writing the whole code, just I'll be copying the code from bootstrap.cdn or getbootstrap.com. So what you get is here some ready templates of any kind of thing, like just move to components. Okay, you can see there are, these are alerts, fine, available in various styles, link colors. There are a hell lot of things available here. So there is a section called form. So I'm just clicking on form. Oops, my internet just not working. Just a minute, guys, let me connect to. Okay, wait. Okay, so you can see a simple form template right here. Okay, so here is the code for the above thing what you can see. So I'm just copying it, copy, and simply paste. Looks a bit odd, just a minute. Fine. So here we have a form, and let's give our form an ID so that we can work with it, and the ID will be reg form. It doesn't matter what you give. Okay, so now what you have is the template fully ready. Okay, let's see our web page once, like how it looks, but we don't need it like this, however it is. Just a minute. So this is just a normal looking website with these boxes and submit buttons, but what we need to make it like this. Fine. So let's modify it. Okay, another thing, I would need to add two more text boxes and add some styles. So let me do that first. Where is our web page? Sorry. Okay, there are some advanced things here. I don't need this right now. You will be getting confused if you are uh, a basic developer. Means you are just starting. And I don't need this div part here. Okay, so I have a part for form. I'll be making it as simple as possible within very short amount of code. And just a minute, I don't need the small tag. Area described by also not required. Great. So first thing will be our name, and let's change the type to text. Class form control id, let's make it name. Add a placeholder. For example, I have written name. Okay, next I will be changing the email also to text, and let the id be email, and name email, placeholder also email. Fine. Next comes the password. The type for it will be password only. I'll be just changing the id, password, and placeholder to password. Same goes for this. The password it will be, and the name label will be confirm your password, and password to password to, and placeholder confirm password. Okay, I haven't added a name over here also, so name, and add a password. So our simple form is ready, and okay, so in this thing I'll be showing you like how Bootstrap directly interacts with your web page using this link only. Fine. So just let me view this page once. I think it's opened in my browser. Okay, so this is our default form. Fine. Now, yeah, like this button, so you can see there is a hover effect. Fine. Whenever I move my mouse over it, it gets a bit darker, but I haven't mentioned any style for it yet. So how is this happening? So this is all happening due to the Bootstrap link. Fine. Suppose if I want to change the style of it, like from primary, let me make it to btn danger. Fine. Now see the change, it will turn red. Okay, taking a bit long, just a minute. Open in browser. See, saw the change? Like it was previously blue color, but by changing only the class name, the color of the button also changed. Fine. This is all due to Bootstrap. Fine, let it remain like the danger one. And So this was our basic form. Let me add some basic style to it using the style tag, and let it be h2 comma body. I am adding style to both. Font family fantasy. I really like this style, that is why I am using it. So what just happens, let us see. Wow, amazing, right, this font? And let me add some style to the this input boxes. So how can we do that? Do that. So using, okay, these all are input, right? So input, I'll be adding border dash radius up to 20 pixel. Let's see if this works or not. Okay, it didn't work out. Why? Because it is inside my container. So what I need to do is, means it is inside another div, so I cannot directly add the style. What I need to do is add one container. So because it is a class, so I have used dot container. If it would have been an id, then we have to use the hash symbol. Fine. Okay, now let's see the change. It will work. See the edges, it turned circular. And let's add a border color. I won't be adding so much style, you can do that on your own. So fine, now this looks a bit good. Now we are done with the styling part. Now let's get to the conceptual part. So with HTML, what you can do is you can create the styles, or using CSS, HTML and CSS, you can modify the styles, but you cannot add functionalities. Like if I click, what will happen? Or if I, like for example, if I enter a wrong name, whether it is correct or wrong. Okay, you got the type text, type equal to email, that part is correct. But what if I have entered a password here and another different password over here? So that validation part is maintained by the JavaScript. So we'll be doing that part. So for working with JavaScript, we need the script tag. Fine. So inside script, okay. So first let us make a function. Okay, so basically what function does is it performs a specified task. So here also we are creating a function. So like on clicking the submit button, what will happen? So generally what it does is whenever I click on the submit button, it submits your page. Whatever data is there, it submits your data. Like for example, I have written a name, and now see what happens when I click on the submit button. Your page gets refreshed, your data gets submitted directly. So it doesn't matter if other three fields were blank or whatever, your data gets submitted. So what we need to do is first to prevent the default setting of this submit button. So in the function, let me name it register and pass a parameter e. Okay, so inside this I have mentioned a parameter that is e.preventDefault, and it will be preventing my default settings. But I need to do another thing, just a minute. Get elements by id, and the name of our form is reg form. I have mentioned it. Form name, okay, yeah. add event listener, that is okay. Still we need to modify a few things. Okay, now we are adding functionalities. Okay, so here what we have done, so we are fetching elements with the id registration form. So here reg form with the id reg form. So reg form is mentioned in our form with id reg form. So whatever is there, it will fetch, and what it will do, it will add an event listener to the submit button. What the submit button will do, it will work with the register function. We have created the register function over here, and it will prevent the default settings and made the parameter to false. So let's start working with the adding functionalities part. So we need to add var name. Okay, here I have mentioned dot values. What dot values means, it will fetch only the data. Fine, the data which we pass in this input boxes. Fine, it will fetch the data, because we need to validate whether it is a, means the information is valid or not. Okay, let me copy this once. Now let's change it accordingly. We have an email and we have one password. We have a password 2 and we have a message. Okay, so for message there was no input like message. Okay, it was just the id. So it was of a div class id and it will show us the alert. Fine, so I haven't mentioned dot values over here. Next, what I need to do is mention our first condition, that is if everything is blank, it will show me an error. So if name equal to blank, or email equal to blank, or password equal to blank, or password 2 equal to blank, then what will happen? So message dot class name, just a minute. Okay, so msg dot class name, inside this we need to mention which type of class we want for the alert. Fine, so msg was the alert, and let's get back again to the bootstrap page, and here we have a part called alerts. Fine, so we have different type of alerts. Like for example, let's come to that page which we first created. See, this is a alert in red color. So if I provide everything valid, for example @gmail.com, and we have password, now see the change on the alert. Just a minute. Okay, so FFFF is registered with an email ddd@gmail.com. So the alert changed, the color of the alert changed. Now if I suppose there is 2 characters, see the change, it is red color. So if you are not providing valid details, it will, the alert will be of red color if you are providing valid details and every part of the field, input field is correct. Then it will show you the green signal. Fine. So red color means you cannot proceed, green signals means you have proceeded. So yes, on the Bootstrap page. So if everything is blank, so I need to show a warning. So warnings are generally in red color, so I will use this one, a simple danger alert. So the code for it is given over here. I will just need to mention this on the class alert danger. So I have written the code alert danger, and then the message which will display msg dot inner html please provide valid details, right? And let's add one else part. So if everything is correct, the form will be submitted. So msg dot class name. Okay, so for success, a simple success alert is there. So we need to copy the code, alert success, and let's have a message dot inner html equal to name. Sorry, it will be just a minute. Name and then plus will be concatenating. So is registered with, where is the plus, email. Fine. So if everything is correct, then it will show us a green symbol. So for example, I need to fill out everything just first. So undefined is registered with undefined. Okay, why isn't it working? Name with email. Just a minute, guys. Okay, we'll be coming to this part later. First of all, let us complete the whole form. So I need to provide like so if everything is left out blank, then we will have an error and it will ask us to provide valid details. Next, if our name is less than three characters, we need to do something about that. So in the else part, I will have another if, and the condition will be name dot length. If it is less than 3, then class name equal to So we are done for the name. Next we have to do it for the email part. So on the else part I'll be now working with the email part. So I need to create two more variable, var at post and index of, and it will be containing about the dot. So I have created two variable, one for the @ symbol and another for the dot symbol, because in a mail ID we need to have the @ symbol and dot symbol. So without these two it is not a valid email ID. So now we need to mention the if statement. If okay, so we are done with the email part. Next is the password part. So this is the last part. Password which is not equal to password 2, then so fine, we are done with the whole part. Now let's see if it works or not. Yeah, right. So we have our form reloaded, and so first just provide two characters, two letters in my name field. Submit. Okay, there was some error. Unexpected token. Oops. Yeah, right. Okay, again I have got some error. Undefined is name dot length. Don't know what's the problem over here. There is some problem with the name variable. Name dot length and okay, fine. Yes, let's check it out. Okay, so first condition, if I leave everything blank, please fill out all the fields. Next, I will be providing some default data. Name must be 3 characters. Second condition, done. So name done. Please use a valid mail ID. So @gm.com. Okay, next is the password field. Password do not match. So now AADD is registered with something @gm.com. So this was our complete code and all. I'll be sharing the code also. Fine. And in the description you can find the code or the link to my GitHub repository where you can get the code and do practice. And this was a simple form validation. You can add more styles, more effects, whatever you want, so that's completely your choice. And so thank you, and we'll be meeting in the next video. Fine, thank you, and do like the video and subscribe. Thank you.